Hi guys, and welcome to Spooky Month 2024. It's the season to get cozy and creepy. Today I'll be carving my pumpkin, and this is a petipan squash that my parents gave me, which they grew on their allotment. I'll be drawing using a Sharpie pen today, so let's see how Stabby Steve turns out. The mud looks cool, so we'll leave that on too. If you decide to follow my guide, let me know in the comments. I look forward to seeing your designs. And we're going to make my signature little triangle on here. Hold it in place, which is important for fire safety. So that's the back of the pumpkin. Then we're going to draw on the front. And I am going to So these are just the marks where I'm approximately going to be cutting with my small knife. Have you got any ideas what this year's pumpkin's going to be? So at the moment it looks a bit like a small clown. That's not actually what it's going to be. I've just realised by drawing those teardrops on, I've made it look even more like a clown. But that's the basic outline for this one, and I'll get to digging out the insides just now. I don't like to use the usual tools. I find a small serrated paring knife and these spoons should be just fine. So let's go. This is me cutting all the way around here first and making sure that I do this. And then I'll be cutting those in a minute once I've scooped everything else out. A good way to cut the lid as well is if you go in at this angle. So instead of just going straight down, cut in, and then it will be able to sit on the side. And then you should be able to rip its head off. So we've got lots of lovely pumpkin seeds in this one. Just show you in here. Ooh. Get all of these out. I was like, no, you're ripping my head off. There's so many cool pumpkin seeds that I'll be eating later. they just keep coming out. So many seeds. Oh, it's going to make such a good snack for later. Oh, here's all the bits we can use for brains. So now it's time to carve out the inside of the pumpkin, and I'm going to be scraping it out and putting it on here, and then that'll be saved for later to go in my stew. And then this way, you're not using those single-use plastic pumpkin carving tools. You're just using things that you've got around the house. It's nice and eco-friendly. We're eating the seeds, we're eating the meat of the pumpkin, and then the skin can go in the composter. Now we're almost there. And then on here, you're going to want to get off all of the stringy bits, because they're the things that rot first because they have a high surface area. So just cut it down. Until it's nice and flat. You don't have to do this, but it just makes your pumpkin last a little bit longer. There we go. As you can see now, that sits in there nicely. That's not going to move around, but if you do that, the top doesn't fall out. The only way you can get the top out is by putting the knife in, taking it out that way. So let's get this cleared up, and then we can start cutting. And we're looking at the marks that I've made here, but like I said, they were just to see where we could put it. So the first thing I'm going to do is the eye. So again, I'm going to go in and gently move along. So this is a bit difficult to do because it's quite sharp. So on this way, I'm going to go that way and that way. So now technically I should be able to push it from that side, but it might not have gone all the way through. Okay, so when I look through there, this bit here is still too chunky, so I'm going to use a knife. Use this. So again, I'm just making the nose a little bit bigger just because of the width of the face. Okay. And now we're going to tackle the mouth. So that needs to be really careful because it's so small. I don't want to go stabbing myself. So here we go. So just to get the tiny little teeth, I'm using it like a saw, like that. Okay, so here's the basic setup. But now, these are too chunky, so I'm going to need to take stuff on the back. And I'll do that in a minute when I've done these tiers. So I'm just making an imprint and then lifting it off with the tip of the knife. So that's a very rough outline. I'm just going to sort the teeth out now, and then I will wash it and we'll get back to you. That's what it looks like inside now. Let's do the final reveal. And there you have it.